Hey everyone, it is Louise here from Live What You Love Business Coaching. Today I am so excited because I have the opportunity to introduce you to one of my amazing clients. Leila is a bone massage therapist based in Tasmania, Australia. Her and I connected 5 weeks ago just before Christmas, where she reached out and shared with me how her business was struggling and she was on the verge of having to let go of her dream and return back to a full-time real job. We're just in the space of 5 simple weeks. She has had her most successful month to date. She's launched a dream program which is now able to help others not only be able to massage, through treatments, but also be able to help them improve their overall health and well-being. So in this short video, you're going to hear exactly where Leila was to where she is now and all of the awesome advice she has for you if you are looking to either start or turn your business around.
Okay, well, my name's Leila and I have Complete Body Harmony in West Hobart, which is in Tasmania. So all the way at the bottom. I found Louise in December, so what was that, like 2 months ago?
Found me.
But you found me. I found someone. And so I'm a Bowen therapist, a biochemic medicine practitioner, and I do Aroma Touch, which is an essential oil therapy as well. Yes, that's what I do.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
You want to know how I found you? Or
so I guess what I'd love to know, Leila, is, how did we go about obviously connecting and working with each other? Like, can you share a little bit around where your business was at about halfway through December when I guess, you and I kind of connected? Like, where were things and how were you kind of finding things in the, because you've been in business for less than 12 months?
Yeah, so it would have been March. So March is my official business 1 year birthday. But in December, I was about ready to throw it all in and go and find a real job, as some people like to call it. Was just really overwhelmed. I had no idea what I was doing. All these ideas and just no direction, really.
Yeah.
And then that's when we found each other by pure chance, and we've done some amazing things since. So.
Yeah, awesome. So obviously felt a little bit stuck, and I'm going to say that clients really kind of weren't coming in, and if I kind of recall, it was like, perfect, where do we need to be? And you weren't hitting the marks that you wanted to, and financially it was getting a little bit stressful, hence why you wanted to go back to your real job. We connected, and I guess, so where is your business at now? Like, I'd love to be able to hear about where your business is at now. So it's probably been maybe about 5 weeks since we kind of started working together.
Yeah, it was just before Christmas, and you were like, oh, well, I've got some time, so why not? And so in January, I hit my first goal for the year by the 20th of January, which felt incredible. Already now we're in February, it's the 6th today, and we're halfway to February's goal. So already kicking goals. I've started a whole new program, which was just a bit of a twinkle, a dream for a few months, and I've actually started it and launched that this week with a few people signed up and ready to get healthy.
Yeah, which is phenomenal. Like, I love, I guess, your story. I love looking back 5 weeks ago and seeing like the massive growth. And I love the messages of, sharing along the way, this has just happened and this is what this person's just sent to me. And oh my goodness. And like, oh my God. And I love it. It honestly brings a little smile to my face, and probably a really big smile to my face every single time. So first and foremost, like, I don't think I've ever said it to you face to face. Like, I'm so grateful that you've taken some of the information, implemented it, and that you've now got these amazing results, because it is super cool. So had you ever worked with a coach or had a business mentor before, obviously, you and I kind of started working together?
No, I work with a few other girls who have their own business who also haven't worked with mentors, but I kind of never really thought about it. I was like, oh, these guys are doing it. They've never used mentors. I can Google everything. But the reality is there's so much information and so many different schools of thought that by the time you get it all together, you're just more lost than when you started. So having somebody that can actually tell you, say, go left, basically give you a direction rather than trying to Google everything, which doesn't work.
Yeah, it's totally true, right? I think I've been there, ticked that box myself and went, yeah, there's too many roundabouts for you trying to do everything by yourself. So that's cool. So obviously, you know, you've kind of seen some benefits of having a coach and mentor alongside you to be able to help you choose the right directions in the path. So before we started working together, did you have any hesitations on actually starting to work with anyone in your business? Like, did you have any concerns? Did you freak out at all? Or was it just, that this is fine, this is exactly what I want to do?
As far as working with somebody, I love working with people, so it's been a really great journey, and it honestly doesn't feel like 5 weeks. It feels like just so much has happened in the last 5 weeks that it feels like a year, and things have changed so much. But I guess it was the money thing freaked me out because, you know, there's bills, but there's always bills, and I was worried because I was like, well, I'm not getting enough money, so how can I afford that? But then, you know, it's the swings and roundabout thing again. You know, you need money to get money, and that's what freaked me out the most was doing all that side of things. Yeah, cool. And it's, I love that too. And I think we were just talking about it before we jumped on here. It's like, you know, you either play the game or you don't, and what you focus on, you attract. So if you're focusing on, I don't have enough money to invest in myself to make money, like, I'm sorry, you're probably never going to make any money. But when you back yourself and go, you know what, I'm just going to give this a chance, like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm either going to be where I currently am, or I'm going to have more money, but at least I'm trying. Like, it's a really kind of big shift, and obviously we've seen your business kind of take a skyrocket, which has been awesome. Yeah, and I think a large part of it was probably the confidence as well, because now that I'm more confident in myself, people seem to be more confident in me. I know what I'm doing and I'm really good at what I do, but I find it really hard to convey that to other people sometimes when I'm like, how do I explain to you so you know that I know, kind of thing. Yeah,
totally. So working together, you know, a little bit, obviously I put out a few challenges at the start, which, you know, you may or may not have loved. So can you share a little bit, I guess, around what it has been like working with me for the 5 weeks, and, you know, some of it being outside of your comfort zone, and just, I guess, the journey itself?
So the accountability thing was definitely good. We did the 30-day challenge, and there was one day that it was 11:30 at night. I hadn't done what I needed to do, and I got a message from you saying, hey, where's this thing? And I had excuses because, you know, it's too late and no one's going to be paying attention anyway. But went, oh, well, we'll just do it. And that made me feel so much better to have somebody there, because I'd already made up all the excuses. I already wasn't doing it, and which meant it was meant to be 30-day challenge. So if I hadn't have done it, it would have broken it, and then that would have just been all that time wasted. So having that accountability was really good for me to be able to make sure that I got my things done. Otherwise, I probably would feel pretty shit now that, you know, 3 weeks ago I didn't do something that I said I was going to do.
Yeah, cool. And for people that watch this, I guess, you know, we can just say, you know, it came down to Facebook Lives and putting yourself out there first and foremost in your personal network, which is something that I do with all of my clients, and something I do myself. And it's something that I find a lot of people get super concerned about and anxious about putting themselves out there, because all of a sudden, you know, you're on Facebook talking about stuff. How did you find it? Were you kind of, when I said to you, right, we're going to do a 30-day live challenge, were you like, yeah, this is going to be amazing? Or was it like, you've got to be out of your mind, but I'll play the game?
Pretty much. I hung up and I sat on the edge of my bed and I was like, am I really going to do this? This is weird. What do I say? I don't know what to do. But I love helping people, and I got so much good feedback, especially from my first video. So many people saying, great job, congratulations. And even over the coming weeks, I got messages. I ran into friends in the street and they were like, that really helped because of this. I'm going through a really hard time, and it really helped me to see you doing that. And that actually made me feel so incredible that I think that's where a lot of my confidence came from, knowing that I'd help people with what I was telling them. And it was just basic life advice, stuff about what I do with my business and things like that. So, and they were only 2 minutes. I kept them really short. I think one of them was even just kind of 30 seconds. I was just kind of having a laugh at myself because I'd hit myself in the face with the hose that day, and I was trying to teach people that it's okay to laugh at yourself and that sort of stuff. So it was really good. But yeah, to start with, I did think you're out of your mind.
Everyone does.
Still maybe a little bit, but
not as much, right? Like now you can see the madness. So that's cool. And obviously, you know, we saw, like you just kind of mentioned there, you got some awesome feedback from putting yourself outside your comfort zone. And you also mentioned earlier too that you've noticed that your confidence has completely shifted. And, you know, and I believe a lot of that kind of comes down to putting yourself out there and actually talking about what it is that you do, because you become an industry leader, right? And that's what it's all about, going, I'm actually an expert at what I do. And, you know, and the feedback that we get is always really awesome. So, you know, so it's awesome that you kind of went out and did that. And, I guess my final question would really kind of be, you know, for anyone who is looking at investing in a business mentor or a business coach, either they're kind of wanting to start a business or they've started and they just are not bringing in the income, or they feel stuck and frustrated, you know, and are looking at maybe investing in a coach, you know, specifically myself, you know, do you have any kind of feedback as to why you would recommend for them to work with me?
Just to do it. Like, just start doing it, because all of a sudden you'll find the money that you never knew you had that is just there. It'll generate. My January was the biggest month that I made money for the entire year that I was active. Even, you know, the first month, which was pretty busy because all my friends were like, yeah, cool, we'll come and see you. It was twice as big as that first month where everyone was like, yeah, okay, it's new and we'll check it out. But it's really worth it. The money just keeps showing up in my bank account and it's great. So now I can actually, you know, do these things that 5 weeks ago I was like, I can't afford to pay these bills and I'm going to have debt collectors after me soon, and I've paid all that off and everyone's leaving me alone, and that's good too. So but it's just generating so much cash, and working with you is great because I send you messages, I know, at random hours sometimes, but just the energy that I get back from you when I'm like, hey, I did this thing and this person said this, and you're like, yay, and then I'm like, yay, and everything's yay. So it's really good energy, and it's great working with you, and I love doing it. I'm going to keep doing it because I'm getting awesome results, and I wish I had have done it nearly 12 months ago when I first started, because I wouldn't have got anywhere near as overwhelmed as I did.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you. Like, you've actually brought a bit of a tear to my eye. So I'm so incredibly grateful. Obviously, I love working with you too. And so, yeah, thank you so much for jumping on here and sharing your experience of where your business was at and where it is now, and obviously working with me. And like you just said, like, I'm super pumped to see where we take your business to a whole new level over the next kind of couple of months. Like, that's 5 weeks. Imagine what we do from here. And yeah, and so thank you so much for your time. I will let you keep going.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.